This Rate or Roast is brought to you by Song on iOS. Welcome to another episode of Rate or Roast, my rig. I am your host, Fluff. And you know what? I heard you guys. You guys don't want me to be insensitive or a jerk. You guys want me to be nice. And I'm going to be nice. This episode is going to be nothing but nice things. Just kidding. Let's get to the first rig, shall we? This is a quaint little setup. You have some sort of a signed frame from a comic, which is cool. You have a signed poster by Henry Rollins. I'm a huge Henry Rollins fan. You have a nice little semi-hollow body Ibanez. You have, is that a Zoom processor? I don't even know what processor that is, but it's simple, effective. Your setup is actually pretty clean. Kudos, I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and give you 4 out of 5 beards. Whew, look at that. That's a pro rig. And in the industry, we call that getting it, because getting that tone bred, as it were. You got the XFX2, you have the TC electronic, what is that thing called? It's all blurry, I can't see. But is it the G major? You have a Mesa Boogie Tri-Axis and a Mesa 5050 power amp. I mean, there's nothing to hate here. I want to hate it. Trust me, I want to hate it. And you're running an all access to control everything. Well, no, I can't hate on anything. I have to give this 5 out of 5 beards. So I see this picture and my eye immediately went to the electronic cleaner. Now, from, if I don't zoom in, it looks like brake clean. And I thought, cleaner is not gonna make you play cleaner. But in all seriousness, you have what looks to be a PRS SE, a Dean, an Ibanez. Is that the solid state Randall? You have a boombox with a coffee table of some sort. You have, I don't even know what processor that is in the purple. You have a wicker chair. This is clearly in the basement of your grandmother's house, judging by the table as well. I know exactly what this basement smells like as well. It smells like old dog. It smells like old dog and wet dog at the same time. Should be a fragrance. Maybe it is. Maybe you spread it all over the place. I don't know. However, I'm gonna go ahead and give this rig 2.5 out of 5 beards. If you are a beginner to the world of guitar and just starting out writing your own songs, or if you are a professional that has written a ton of songs, a new app called Song is your flashlight to a new uncharted territory in the song forest. Now, Song has 21 different types of chords, ranging from major, minor, diminished, etc., etc. If you're a new player, Song is a super fast way to get started writing your own songs without getting buried in and deterred by theory. Now, if you're a casual player, you have the ability to quickly create songs and learn a wider range of chords that will then make them sound great and improve the songs while keeping your songwriting interesting and spicy. It gives you panache. Now, if you are a pro and maybe do this for a living, this is the place to keep all of your songwriting ideas organized and easily accessible. And also, you have an entire library of ideas that you can then add to your existing one. This is a really handy tool and kind of lets you guide your way through the songwriting world. Now, for me personally, Song is an entryway to chords I never even knew existed, and ideas that I probably would have never ever come up with on my own. Sevenths, diminished, ninths, all sorts of stuff. It's a whole new world for me. Right now, Song is available on iOS for iPhone and iPad and will be coming soon to Android. I will link down below in the description for more information. Okay, all right, so you have a Vox AC30, great amp, a classic. You have a big muff on your pedal board. You have a DS1, you have a Crybaby, you have a Line 6 DL4. I love all of those pedals. You have a Phase 90. You know what? Your pedal board's actually in pretty decent shape. You have a Monoprice tube combo amp, which I've had on the channel. I can't hate on that either. You also have a Les Paul, a Strat, a Tele, a nice acoustic, which looks to be a Takamine, and a proton pack on the far right. Ghostbusters is one of my favorite movies of all time. I had 4 Ghostbusters birthdays in a row. Fun fact about Dad. I have to give you 5 out of 5 beards. I'm sorry. 5 out of 5. What in the hell is this? You just cut. I bet you have a beard, and I bet you put the stuff in the beard, the glitter and the beard ornaments, don't you? You're one of those kind of guys. I don't. Oh no, you do have an EVH 5150. You do have a Laney Ironheart. You have an Explorer. You have an incredibly ugly BC Rich, some kind of guitar. That thing is just ugly as sin. I don't even want to look at it anymore. Yeah, I don't even care. The Christmas decorations, you know what? I'm not in that festive of a mood. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you 2 out of 5 beards. Are those actually, did you cut out my, oh no, that's okay. You sloppily cut out my head and put it all over the picture. I don't know why you would do that. You're twisted, sir. Or ma'am, I don't know who you are. This also looks like you're in grandma's house. This is upstairs from the basement at the top of the show. You have a couple of Chapman guitars, and then you have some kind of a, I'm guessing that's a Schecter. My head is covering the headstock, so I can't really tell. And you have a Boss Katana combo. Dece for sure. However, I know that leather couch. I know it because my parents used to own it back in 1987. I'm gonna give you 3 out of 5 beards. So this literally, here's what comes to mind. You have your little Laney 212 cab, and you have your guitars in the corner, and there's some like children's things on the right-hand side and like maybe a toy box on the left-hand side with the handle from what looks to be like a stroller. I picture like when you moved in, your wife was like, yeah, no, you get it. You get your own room, sweetie. You get your own room. And then you have a couple kids, and then your space just gets pushed further and further into the corner. So now the kids have taken over everything, and now your corner is just that, literally a corner. And your teeny tiny orange amp is just on the top of the shelf, so they can't turn any of the knobs because you have it right where you want it. However, you do have a Les Paul Studio, which is pretty cool. And you have a, I don't know if that's really cool or not, LTD ESP guitar with skulls and roses. I do like the Yoda blow up doll though. That's pretty cool. You have a tuner on display. Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna give you 3 out of 5 beards. Woo! All right, so here's an example of almost there. You have an orange 412. You have a Boss Mini Katana. You have a great pedal board with a whammy and a Crybaby and what looks to be a Fortin 33. You have a stealthed out or blacked out EVH 5150, and you also have a chrome chassis dual rectifier. Amazing. Love it. And then you got a Hello Kitty Strat. Now I suspect you put this in the photo ironically, and I don't appreciate ironic. Now if you actually gigged with that thing, I would be like, yo, that's sick. But I don't think you do. That thing doesn't look played. You're just trying to be snarky, even though you don't have to be because your setup is so sick. But your Hello Kitty guitar is gonna get you in trouble, pal. I'm really, really sorry. I'm gonna have to give you 4 out of 5 beards. What is that? You know what? I don't even care. You know what? Orange Crush 120, Harley Benton 212. You have a Fender Jaguar P90. That's cool. What is this monstrosity on the left-hand side that I am looking at? That's a horrible version of a St. Vincent guitar, a homemade version of a St. Vincent guitar. Call that Trailer Swift or something. That's horrible. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it all. 1 out of 5 beards. And that does it for this episode of Rated Roast My Rig. If you have your own rig you would like rated or roasted, feel free to shoot me an email on over to rateorroast@gmail.com, and maybe you will be on a future episode. You never know. Bluff out. Wow, another video gone by. Hope it was pretty good. I mean, it's probably pretty good. But if it wasn't, awkward, right?